Hey everybody, it's Carol. I want to take a minute to show you how I launch the an online class. Okay, so this is my online computer class, which is CISA 101, and the students in this course come from every major and every level. So I'll have students, so first semester in college all the way to students who are just getting done and they have to do this one requirement. Okay, so what I want to show you is kind of what I have in my announcements page, and the newest stuff is on top, which I'm scrolling through here because the initial stuff is down here at the bottom. Alright, so the first thing I do is I create a video where I walk them through our Blackboard, and I call that the Blackboard Tour video, and then I stick that at this link here. And the reason that I do this announcement this way is that I expect they'll get it on their smartphone or something, or in their email, and they can go right to this link, and it shows them how to log in to Blackboard, right from the login Blackboard screen, and then you click on the class, and that's how you get in. So I take them from the very beginning, like right into the class, and I don't assume that they know anything about Blackboard, because some of my students don't when they come into this class. So that's the very first video that I make, and then I put it as a link here in an announcement, so it goes out to them as an email, and they can watch the tour of Blackboard before they ever even come into the Blackboard classroom. So then I tell them, once they've watched the tour, to come to announcements and read everything in the announcements. I have two more videos in the announcements. One of them I review the syllabus, and the second one I review the course calendar. And so those are the three videos that I've done for my online classes, because they answer a lot of questions, and they have cut down on the number of emails I get the week before and the first week of classes. I usually open my Blackboard a little bit early. And this cuts down on a ton of work from answering like the same questions on emails from anxious students during that first week. The other thing I talk about early on in this course is how to set up the CWI testing centers. We have to use testing centers, proctored exams for this particular course. So if you're going to do that in your class, it's worth having a phone conversation with me to talk about how I do it, or talking to another faculty who already uses them. It's not a ton of work, but you do have to do the forms correctly on your side as the instructor to the testing center before your students start calling and setting up their appointments. And then you need to give your students clear information on how to use the testing center, or they will get frustrated. So I do that. I start talking to them about that the second week of classes, but I tell them, initially you are going to have to use that testing center. Okay, so a couple of common questions I get are here. Alright, and so that's the first email that goes out. The first week of class, I make sure to remind them what they need to do to make sure they have a participating grade for financial aid. And I run that as a separate announcement, so again it goes out as an email to their box, to their usually their smartphone or their email. Okay, and this is a common question that I get, so I just go ahead and load it up also as an announcement. And then here I get into what I actually tell them about testing, and I can give you a copy of this if you need it. This is a screen capture right from the Testing Center webpage. The second week of classes, I have this announcement go out because it reviews some key points on my syllabus. So the first week is kind of chaotic. The second week I just remind them of these 6 points on my syllabus that may be different from other classes. These are kind of some general things. This is something specific to the exam. Alright, and so this is actually my welcome note for the class. So once they get the first email with the Blackboard tour link, then they come and hopefully they read this, and it tells them kind of how to get started, and a few questions I get a lot, the textbook, and then these are the common questions I have about the course. And for some reason, because I teach software, I always get a lot of antivirus questions, so I go ahead and post that early on. Here is the Blackboard tour. This is the same video that I gave them a link to earlier in that first posting. And then this is their course calendar review, where I walk them through the one-page course calendar. And then this is the syllabus. And so I go through the syllabus and I talk about all these highlighted areas. And a couple of general notes down here. And then I have a cool little bokeh here, which is kind of creepy but kind of cool. So I hope that is helpful as you are looking towards setting up your Blackboard. And of course you can watch this video again and take notes on anything that you think might be applicable also for your class. Okay, thanks.